Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity, and salutations and blessings to the hope-filled, believing on the words of Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi. This your brother Dawada coming at you another lesson. Lord willing is edifying. And what you see on the screen is an article from End Time Headlines. And it reads, Global food crisis continues to accelerate as UN warns that some of the poorest areas of the world have zero harvest left. See? And that's biblical prophecy, man. You know? Let's get that in Second Ezra. Right? But the Lord said he was going to bring plagues upon the world, man. Okay? Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And these are the words of Yahawashi, man. Okay? The things that were set to come to pass, he declared them from the beginning. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. All right. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. It's like you. Let not the incredulity. What's incredulity? Unbelief, man. Right. It says, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right. You're going to die the death of an infidel, of an unbeliever. All right. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. See that? The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what the Lord is bringing, man. All right. These plagues he's bringing upon the world. Global food crisis continues to accelerate as UN warns that some of the poorest areas of the world have zero harvest left. See that? Let's get into this article. It says in 2015, UN officials established a goal of completely eliminating global hunger by the year 2030. Needless to say, they have failed dramatically, right? Because you can't offset prophecy, man. Okay? You think you're going to have everybody able to eat. No, the Lord said he's going to bring famine. He's going to bring death. He's going to bring destruction. Okay? It says, according to the UN, someone is dying from starvation every few seconds. As the global food crisis continues to accelerate, unfortunately, experts agree that what we are experiencing right now is just the beginning. See that? What is that? All these are the beginning of Saul. Let's get that real quick. I know it's one in Matthew. Let's do this. Also in 2nd Ezra 16. All right. Yep. But you know what? It is in 2nd Ezra 15 also. But let's read this. 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Yeah, the prophet Ezra seen the times that we're entering. All right. The beginning of sorrow, see, and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. See that? The beginning of wars. Hey, all those things are on the table right now. We're seeing all those things play out. It says, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. Right. That word evil is a compound word. Ill meaning bad, eve meaning time. So nothing but bad times, man. We're at the beginning. What shall I do when these evils shall come? See that? Behold, famine. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. This famine. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Yeah, what's a scourge? It's essentially a whooping stick, man. You know, something to bring you back to your senses. You know, so when you see the famine increasing, it's supposed to create a certain reaction in your mind, man. Seeing these things are set to come to pass, what are you to do? Get right with Yahawashi. Shalaki. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. See, they're not going to be mindful of the scourges, man. Now, back in that second Ezra 15, right? I could have been mistaken, but let's see. I want to say they use the same phrase as our Lord Yahawashi. All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? It may have been that second Ezra 16. Yeah, it may have been that second Ezra 16. Let's get back to that article. It says, where were we? All right. It says, according to the UN, someone is dying from starvation every few seconds as the global food crisis continues to accelerate. Unfortunately, experts agree that what we are experiencing right now is just the beginning, right? It's just the beginning, man. It's going to get worse. It says, because land is being downgraded at a staggering pace. Why is the land being downgraded at a staggering pace? Because these nations follow after the way of Esau on how he cultivates. He doesn't subscribe to the land Sabbath, having the land rest, so it can build back up its nutrients. No, Esau actually put chemicals inside the soil to keep them going, man. You see? It says, as you will see below, 40% of the world's land is already downgraded. Look at that. 40% of the world's land is already downgraded. Why? Because they following after the way of the serpent, right? It says it is expected that figure will reach 95% by 2050. Lord willing, we're not here in 2050, man. Up under this man's rule, Lord willing. That's why the scriptures say that the Lord is shortening the days. Because if he didn't shorten the days, no flesh would be saved, right? It says here in the Western world, we can continue to use various methods to temporarily improve the quality of our soil, but the head of the UN World Food Program says that in some of the world's poorest parts of the planet, we have already reached a point where there are zero harvests left. See that? Zero harvests left. Now that's the famine increasing, man. It says droughts and flood. See that? Droughts and flood. Well, who controls that? Yahawashi. You see? It says droughts and flooding become so common in some of the poorest places on earth that the land can no longer sustain crops. See? The director of the World Food Program Global Office has said, see? Now that's the Lord increasing the famine, matter of fact. Let's get that. Ezekiel chapter 5 and 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, see that? Which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. Yeah, the Lord sending plagues, man. The sword, famine, death, and destruction, which is going to what? Destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and I will break your staff of bread. Yeah, the things that you depend on, man. And it's talking about a global thing. But wait till it comes to America, Babylon the Great. It says, so will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring upon thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, have spoken. So it's already written, man. All right. That's why we read in Second Ezra, cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Yeah, it's gonna come to pass. It don't matter what strategies you put up where you wanted to eliminate global hunger by 2030. Nah, man. It's gonna keep getting worse. That's what it said. Increase. The Lord is increasing the famine, the recalls, these certain stores closing. Man, it's gonna get bad out here. Okay. It says, so what happens when 95% of global land is downgraded? We are done. See that? It says, according to the chief science officer of environmental group Save Soil, when we get to that point, it's going to be like Mad Max. And if you guys, and if you brothers and sisters have seen Mad Max, you know, it's a dystopian future, man. You know, where water is the hot commodity. Okay. It says it's going to be disaster for human beings. Parivi, Shidra, I'm guessing that's a Elamite, right? So-called Indian, right? From India. Okay. It says chief science officer of environmental group Save Soil said it's going to be like Mad Max. She added, there will be no humanity. Yeah, scripture says it's going to invade in one another for the lack of bread. Let's get that. And for what? Great tribulation. Yep. Let's get to the point. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See that? A man shall a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See that? Yeah. There will be no humanity, man. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, man. Get it how you live. There will be no charity. See that? There will be no charity. There will be no fairness. See? The only thing that lets you will be, let's see if I'm reading this right. The only thing that lets you will be survival. Yeah, that's the only thing you're going to be thinking about. Survival, man. How you going to eat? Okay? And again, the Lord said he's going to bring these things upon the world, and they're going to increase in their perfection, man. People are going to be eating bread by weight, drinking water with care. Okay? Let's see. If we got any more. They going over the various countries that are experiencing, you know, this record heat right now, including America, man. You see? And what is that affecting the crops, man? You got floods in Iowa, which is part of the, you know, the Midwest, the so-called crop area of the United States, you know? So all those things are being affected. So that's Yahawashi. Let's see. Yeah. Lord willing, I'll leave this article in the description box. But you see, man, these things is turning up. Yahawashi is getting down in the earth. Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care. Yeah, it's gonna get scarce out here, man. All right, you're not gonna have any of those provisions that you once had. It says, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. Yeah, you're gonna be astonished, man. All right, scriptures tell us that there's no remembrance of prosperity. You know, when all hell is presented, you know, paraphrasing, it says that they may want bread and water and be astonished with one another and consume away in their iniquity. Right, you're gonna pine away, man. You're gonna consume away in your iniquity. The scriptures say it's better to die by the sword than to die by famine. Lamentations 4:9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, shrieking through for want of the fruits of the field. Right, you're gonna be wanting to have a 2 for 2 from Wendy's, man. You know, you want to be wanting to eat your nasty ass McDonald's, but you're not gonna have that luxury anymore. Okay, it says the hands of the pitiful women have sightened their own children. Right, this happened at a time, and it's gonna come back in a big way, man. Cannibalism is coming back in a big way. Okay, it says they were their meat. See, and in the destruction of the daughter of my people. So how much more now, man, when Jacob's trouble is approaching? You know, you people are not going to be able to get away. All right, and it's tailor made for you, Jake. Okay, because you're sad, you eat. You mad, you eat. You have a funeral, you eat. You got a wedding, you eat. Everything around this society is centered around food. So the Lord got it to where that's going to be your comfort taken away. And you people really going to lose it, man. We often quote that saying, you know, the Snickers commercial. You're not you when you're hungry. Yeah. You people going to really bug the hell out, man. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1. But behold, the Lord of hosts, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. Right, the Lord taking all that away, man. All right, and again, this thing is going to increase. It's not going to die down. All right, it's going to grow into its perfection until you people be taken in an evil time. Why? Because you don't want to hearken to the report. But for those who do hearken to the report, they're going to eat, man. What is that? Isaiah 65. Let's get that. Right? My servants shall eat. At least you're going to be hungry. Right? Isaiah chapter 65. And we'll start at verse 12. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose wherein I delighted not. Yeah, you chose perverseness, and you stayed thereon. You chose what the Lord delighted not in, man. So now he has to number you to the sword. All right, which is going to be various things, man. You know, that thing, that famine, you know, the sedition, you know. Folks invaded one another for the lack of bread. That's what the Lord has 2/3 numbered to. Teeth of wild beasts, you know. But here's the contrast. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Right, you're going to be perplexed, man. Not having any answers in that day, you're going to be embarrassed. You're going to be without resources, and the greatest resource you're going to be without is answers, man. Because you ain't going to know how to act. You ain't going to know where to turn. It says, behold, my servants shall sing for joy heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Yeah, you're gonna be crying out. You're gonna be weeping to the Lord, because you're gonna be hungry, man. You see, Psalms chapter 33 and verse 16. There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. And horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Right. It's not going to be any carnal thing to get you out of this. No much stocking up, you know. Excuse me. No saving up or provisions, you know. Now, of course, if you have extra, get extra. You know, if you have the means of getting goods, get it. But understand that's not going to be the thing to save you in a time of famine. It's going to be Yahawashi. All right. It says, behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him. See that? Upon them that hope in his mercy. And that's the point, man. Hoping in the mercy of Yahawashi, not hoping in no provisions that you done stocked up, that you done saved up. You got certain cases of water. Now, if you can get it, right? But don't have that as your end all be out, man. Hoping the mercy of Yahawashi. You see, it says to deliver the soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. See that? Our soul waited for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. See? So it's going to be Yahawashi, how we get the victory, man. It's not going to be any carnal thing. Okay? 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 26. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Right? The Lord's going to save his servants, man. Now we know, according to the scriptures, some going to be put to death to glorify the Lord in that fashion. But for the most part, the servants are going to be protected. Okay? It says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. See that? Yeah, they're going to howl for vexation of spirit. You know? They're not going to know how to act. They're not going to know which way to turn, man. All right? And that day of trouble is approaching fast. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee. See? My hand shall cover thee. Yeah, you're in the pavilion of Yahawashi, so that thy children shall not see hell. Yeah, low estate, man. But see, the elect is going to be protected in that time. They're not going to be without, man. While you other people be without, the Lord's going to have his elect to eat in the time of famine. All right? So I pray this has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Lord willing, coming at you another lesson. Till the next time I say Shalom.